Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you guys know on my channel, I love to find and feature smaller builders making some pretty incredible guitars, such is the case today. Let's jump in and find out what this is. Now, as you guys can see, this is a pretty incredible guitar shape, strong retro vibes for sure. This is from a company called Baum guitars, and this specific guitar is the Wingman, and it's, just a really cool design. Now, Baum guitars really made their name doing custom shop guitars, and they're based in Denmark. So, they made all these beautiful handmade guitars, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000. You guys know how it goes when we're talking about custom shop guitars, but they've just released a new series which takes all their custom shop designs and makes them in South Korea, which means these things just got a whole lot more affordable. Now, this is the first Baum guitar I've ever played, so I'll give you guys my first impressions as we go along. Let's start by hitting up just the basic specs so we know what we're dealing with. Then, of course, we'll plug it in and I'll give you guys overall construction and all that kind of stuff at the end. Now, starting up on the headstock, we've got just a basic set of 6 inline tuning machines. They work really well. Nothing fancy there, but they get the job done. It is a roasted maple neck and it is wonderfully satin. So yeah, your hand can just fly up and down that neck, which is really nice. Now, as for the nut, it's a synthetic nut, but one of the first things I like to do with the trem guitar is just use the trem and listen for any sort of creaking or pinging in the nut. And right from the beginning, out of the box, I used the Bigsby and there's nothing. So whatever nut material they use there, it allows the string to slip back and forth silently, which bodes really well for tuning. Now on the front side, the fingerboard is rosewood. So hey, maple and rosewood, that is a killer combination. Some really nice inlays on that rosewood too. Really give it, or complement, I guess, the vintage vibe on this guitar. Really nice. And of course, binding on both sides. Really well done. So there you go. I love the inlays on the Wingman. Just looks really cool. Now, as for the body on the Wingman, well, it's made out of mahogany. So we've got mahogany, roasted maple, and rosewood. Great combination. 25.5 inch scale length. So we're gonna get some, I think, some chimey tones out of this baby. Proprietary Baum pickups, which is really nice because sometimes you might, only get that on the custom shop guitars and everything else gets, something made overseas. But we've got some, really cool looking pickups. We'll listen to those in a second. Proprietary bridge as well, so you get proprietary pickups. The bridge is a roller bridge designed by Baum, which is really nice. And of course, they offer Bigsby and non-Bigsby versions, but hey, on a guitar like this, gotta go with the Bigsby, I think. Yeah, really cool. And considering the body is pretty thin overall, and the headstock's pretty big, I was thinking, well, it might dive, but because we've got that kind of offset body shape, I don't know if you guys can see that, but I was thinking, the headstock dive might be really bad. It balances really nice. So you can tell they've really thought that out, and I think the Bigsby probably helps balance it a bit too. So no headstock dive. Those are the basic specs. All right, you guys, now it's time for the fun stuff. Let's plug in the Wingman and see what it sounds like. Man, yeah, that neck pickup. That is bigger and fuller than I thought it would be. Still has some really nice chime up high. But when you hit some of those down low chords and soften them up, really great stuff. Let's try both pickups together here. bridge pickup. Yeah, for proprietary pickups, you never really know what to expect, but man, these things deliver some really interesting and cool tones. So here are my thoughts on the Wingman. Now, number one, as you guys know, I've evaluated so many guitars made in South Korea. And as I've said on those videos, it's rivaling anything made in the US right now. And this is no exception. It is an excellent, wonderful guitar. Everything's sorted out on it. The fretwork, beautiful, great fretwork on this one. The nut is cut really well. The binding on a guitar like this, with the maple neck, you might not expect it. It's a nice little touch as well. And the pickups kind of surprised me because when I looked at the pickups, I'm thinking, okay, this is like a cool combination of a gold foil, a Jazzmaster, and maybe like a Gretsch Diamond. And I'm thinking, okay, so this is going to be like real bright, real surfy. I gotta say the design on the pickups is amazing. I really, really love it. And in terms of the tone, yeah, it surprised me. I'm thinking, yeah, like bright, chimey, Jazzmaster, surfy kind of thing. And it's just warm and inviting and much more like big and round than I was expecting. So really cool pickups. I really like them. Electronics are simple. This switch, one of the nicest, clickiest three-way switches I've played in a long time. Really nice. And the proprietary bridge, the roller bridge, great to have with the Bigsby for sure. That's proprietary as well. And then, yeah, you got the full-sized pots as per their specs. And you've got, yeah, volume for neck, volume for bridge, and master tone. So it's a nice layout. It's very, very usable in terms of like mixing and matching in the middle position and all that kind of stuff. So maybe a little bit more versatile than, just a basic three-way switch because of the two volumes for either pickup. You put it in the middle, you can start doing blending and stuff like that. So styling nails it for me. There's a bunch of cool finishes, but this cream and gold, very, very nice. But they've got, yeah, as I mentioned, a ton of different finishes. So in terms of construction, in terms of weight, ergonomics, surprisingly good. There is no belly cut on the back, but the heel joint, although it's like a traditional square one, see if the camera will grab that. Because the body's thinner, it's maybe about half as thick as like a Tele one, so you can actually get up to the top without hitting your hand too much on that outer edge. So yeah, really cool guitar. And if you're in the market for this kind of thing, maybe you're shopping Gibson or something like that, give these guys a little bit of a shout. Check them out. Really cool guitars. And this one, yeah, as I mentioned, really well made. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. It's always great to see a brand that's maybe more focused on custom shop stuff, expand their lineup and make them more available to other people. So love to see it. Shout out to Baum for sending this one in for evaluation. And yeah, check it out if you're in the market for a guitar like this. Really cool instrument. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to do so. I've got lots of awesome, interesting, and wonderful guitars to share with you guys, so be sure to subscribe. Other than that, have a great week. I will link to the Wingman in the video description below. You can check it out there. Take care.